Hello everyone, my name is William. Welcome once again to Junie Live and William's Adventures. We're here in the Philippines. It's getting close to Christmas and we appreciate our subscribers. We're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. We're only a few subscribers away, and for a new channel, that would be our first milestone to reach 2,000 members or subscribers. And we appreciate you guys. We hope that we'll continue to bring content out that would benefit you and that you would like to see and hear. We're coming to you today with maybe 10 minutes. We wanted to talk about a subject that one of our subscribers had brought up, and it was, how do Filipinas view black men in the Philippines? That's going to be what we're going to talk about for a little while here. Filipinas and black men in the Philippines. How does the Filipina view the black man in the Philippines? One of our subscribers asked us, he said, the narrative in the USA is that black men are not received well in the Philippines because that the Philippines is really into skin whitening, skin brightening lotions, that they're into the white European man, the white American man, and that black men are not really accepted by the Filipina woman in the Philippines. This is the narrative that had been perpetuated over in the West, and especially in the US, that around the world that the black male or the black man is not accepted by foreign women. We're talking about the Philippines because we are living here. I've been living in the Philippines for the past almost a year and a half, and I wanted to talk about that because I thought that this is it fact or is it fiction, guys? That's really what it comes down to. And I'm sure this subject, like most subjects about the Philippines and black men, it has a lot of opinions by a lot of different people. But I was talking with my wife, Junie Lee. She has two sisters that are twins. I spoke with them. And I've been around in the Philippines quite a bit, in Manila, a lot of the tourist sites, a lot of the provinces. And I found that this is the truth, regardless of the myths, guys. Black men are readily accepted in the Philippines by not only the Filipino woman, but by the Filipino people in general. There's only two kinds of people in the Philippines, guys. You're either a Filipino or you're a foreigner. And it doesn't matter what the color of your skin, where you came from, you're a Filipino or you're a foreigner. So are black men accepted by Filipino women? Well, like in every country, there's a portion of Filipino women that would rather, their preference, their choice would be for a white man, a light-skinned European man, a white man. That's their choice, that's their preference. And yes, there are lots of Filipinos that frown on darker skin among their own people. But remember now, foreigners are looked on differently here in the Philippines anyway. They're looked at as a financial upswing for anyone that would get in a relationship with a foreigner. That is a prize because that Filipina believes that if she can connect with the right foreigner, that means an uptick not only in her life, but the life of her family and child if she has one, or children. So that may have been true years ago, but remember, the Philippines was occupied by the Americans in the 40s and the 50s, and there were U.S. bases there. So that the Filipino was used to seeing black soldiers. They were used to seeing the black soldiers interact with the Filipino women. So it's not the same racist type attitude and the history that it was in the U.S., guys. So I was at a party. Let me just tell you a story. couple weeks ago, and it was a group of black men, mostly 20 or 30 black men at this Christmas party. Each one had either a wife or a girlfriend that was a Filipina at this party, including myself. I'm married to a Filipina. So therefore, the myth that the Filipina woman doesn't accept the black man in the Philippines is fiction, guys. It's fiction. We are accepted by the Filipino as a whole and by the Filipina woman. There are Filipino women that would choose to rather be with a white man or a European man of white descent. But there's also millions of Filipinas that are fine in a relationship with a black man. They just want a good man. And they perceive that a foreign man is much more responsible and financially stable sometimes, most times, than a Filipina man. And so not only are they open to a black man, but they're open to a foreign man in general. Remember, I told you, there are only two types of people as far as tourists in the Philippines. That is, either you're a Filipino or you're a foreigner. And it doesn't matter the color of your skin. Are they obsessed sometimes with skin brightening and these things? Yes. I was asking my wife, Junie Lee, and I asked her, I said, what percentage of your friends do you think would be open to dating a black man? And she said at least 30 to 40% of them. And there would be, 40 to 60% that wouldn't be. But they would also not be open to dating a foreigner. They would be wanting to stay within the Filipino race. So remember, guys, a lot of things are said in the Philippines by people that are looking at statistics, but they've never had boots on the ground recently in the past few years in the Philippines. I'm living here, guys, in the Philippines, and I see with my eyes every day what's accepted and what's not accepted. And I'm saying to you from the Philippines, from Junie Lee and Williams Adventures, that the black man is accepted by not only the Filipina, but the Filipino culture here in the Philippines. You would not have a problem entering into a relationship with a Filipino woman. There are some that would choose to be with their own race. There are some that would choose to be with a white skinned man or European or American white skinned man. But there are also millions of Filipina eligible girls, women, that would choose to be with you. At the end of the day, guys, it comes down to who you are. It comes down to character. But don't let myths and fiction cloud your view of the Philippines. The Philippines is a very welcoming culture. They don't have the racist baggage that a lot of us knew from the USA, unfortunately. So it's not the same. Even if you're looked on curiously in the Philippines, in some of the provinces and some of the places that we go, they're not used to seeing black men. It's not like they see them every day in a lot of the rural areas. So they're looking at you with amazement and wonder. The only thing they saw was guys playing basketball on TV, and this is a culture that loves basketball, guys. So we're looked on almost as heroes. Like, are you Michael Jordan type look? Did you know Kobe? That kind of thing. So it's just the opposite, guys. We're looked on as and looked up to. I've had Filipino men literally walk up to me and say, can I get a picture taken with you? And so, guys, don't believe that false narrative that's being put out that a black man would not be accepted in the Philippines. I was at a party where there was nothing but European and white men at the party with Filipino wives and girlfriends, and I was the only black man there. And I've been at parties here since I've been in the Philippines where there was no white man at the party and all Filipino wives and black men. And it was the same, guys. It didn't matter. I had all race of friends back in the U.S. and I have all race of friends here. So don't let a false narrative stop you if you want to come to vacation in the Philippines or you want to be an expat that moves to the Philippines. One thing I can say, guys, here is I've never walked into a store and somebody looked at me like I was ready to steal something. It's a clean slate here, guys, with relationships and the way you're treated by the culture and the people and even law enforcement. You're treated like a person. So I hope that dispels the myth, and I hope that answers a little bit of the question that our subscriber was asking about. Is that a true narrative that he's being told? And I would have to say that that narrative is mainly false. Everywhere people have a choice of the person they choose to be in a relationship with. But there's many, many, many millions of women in the Philippines that would choose to be in a relationship with you. And skin color would never enter in to that situation. If anything, they'd choose to be with you because you were a black man. So guys, once again, we want your comments on this subject. We know that that's a controversial subject. We hope that you'll comment, give us your views, give us your opinion. But I thought we'd just talk about the elephant in the room just for a while. We hope you enjoyed the show today, the video today. We'll be getting back to you next time with something different. Remember, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, guys. Push us over the top of that 2,000 so we can continue to bring out good content, we hope, for our subscribers. And we'll see you next time, guys. Remember, enjoy every day because tomorrow is not promised. This is William from Junie Live and William's Adventures saying, we'll see you next time, guys.